I want to apologize to you, sis. What's going on all of a sudden? I'm at a hotel with your husband. What? I'm sorry for taking away your precious thing, sis. I didn't mean to, you know. I fell in love with him. Oh, okay. I see. Understood. I get it. Sis, what's wrong? What? Nothing is wrong. So, what do you want me to do? I'll tell you straight out. He says he wants to marry me, so get a divorce. Is that what Kevin is saying? Yeah, he says I'm better than my ugly sister. I knew it. Men would rather have a pretty girl than an ugly one. Oh, really? He says that even if the world points the finger at us, he's going to keep on loving me. He says he wants me to believe in him. That's so thrilling. Alice, your English has gotten better. I'm so surprised. What? English? You had bad grades in English, and you couldn't even read words properly, but now you know how to say words like thrilling. That doesn't sound like Alice. When and where did you learn such a difficult word? Well, you know, I have a smartphone. My smartphone is helping me choose the right words and spelling them out for me. I'm glad that my phone is helping me sound smart. I see, so that's what that was all about. I don't care about that right now. So, I'm sorry, but give me your husband. Just break up with Kevin. No way. Huh? Your tone suddenly changed. Why? I'll never break up with him. There's no way we're splitting up. Why not? It's just too hard for you to be with a man who's in love with another woman. That won't make you happy at all, will it? Because Kevin will be happier if he breaks up with me, right? I can't let him do that. It's not going to happen if he's trying to make me suffer alone. You must have felt the same way. You're my little sister. You understand my personality, don't you? But, I mean, you're an idiot. Do you think you'll get away with it if you steal someone's husband? Why don't you take a little more care of your future? Are you talking about compensation? There's no way I'm going to pay that to you since we're sisters. Call it even. What kind of law is that? We don't have such a law in our country. We don't? Sisters fighting over things is just dirty laundry. It's civil affairs. I'm not going to fight this case criminally in the first place. You don't understand. Just give me your husband. Accept your pretty sister's request. Who are you anyway? What? What are you talking about, sis? You've got to be kidding. Don't you remember your sweet little sister? How could I forget my little sister? She's my precious sister. That's why I'm asking. I'm your sister Alice. Don't be kidding, sis. You can see that I'm texting from my WhatsApp account, right? You can see my profile picture as well, right? That's enough. Answer my question. I'm with my sister right now. So who are you? What? I'm having dinner with my sister Alice. She says she lost her phone. You have it, right? Come on, sis. You're kidding me. I'm Alice. Don't ask me sad questions like who are you? You may not know this, but Alice never calls me sis. What? My sister always calls me by my name, Sarah. She has been studying in China since junior high school, and since she's not good at English, we usually speak in Chinese. That's why I told you earlier that your English has gotten better. What? I don't know anything about that. So, who are you? Are you Kevin? Be honest. No, I'm not. Identify yourself. No, I'll never do that. Is it true that you had an affair with Kevin? I'm calling my husband right now, but he's not answering at all. Tell the truth. I won't tell you. What the hell is wrong with you? What are you doing this for? I'll find out. Farewell. What? I'll return the phone. Hey, are you cheating on me? What? What are you talking about all of a sudden? Stop saying weird things. Someone who sounded like the other woman pretended to be my sister and sent me WhatsApp messages. This person used Alice's WhatsApp account. Can you believe it? She said she's at a hotel with you. She told me to break up with you. What's that? Scary. Right? I was having dinner with Alice. I dropped her off at my parents' house a while ago. We found Alice's phone in our mailbox at our parents' house. I was surprised because this person knows our parents' house. Was this you?
I'm at work right now. There's no way I could have done that.
Really? I can trust you, right? Can you swear to God?
Of course I can. Do you think I would cheat on you, knowing better than anyone that there is no more daredevil move than cheating on you?
I don't think so. If you cheat on me, you promise to cut off the most important part of your body and throw it in the garbage so you can never fool around again. You remember that, don't you?
I remember. You don't even cook, but the fact that you have a knife is a deterrent, so don't worry about it.
Then who is that woman? Why did she send me messages?
I don't know. I told you I'm at work.
You really have no idea?
Not at all.
That's weird.
What the hell? It's true. Please believe me.
Wait a minute. What was that?
What? Did you think it was suspicious that I used the word please? Listen to me. I wanted to seriously deny it, so I ended up being polite. I have nothing to hide. I mean, is me saying please that suspicious?
It's not that. I heard a terrible noise.
A thief?
I don't know. It came from the living room.
Be careful.
What am I gonna do? I'm scared.
Don't do anything. I'll call the police right away. Go hide in the bathroom or something. Listen, don't move, okay?
Is it that woman? Or is it a thief? It sounded like a window breaking. Maybe she threw something in. What should I do?
Hold on, I'm calling the police.
Oh my God.
What is it?
There's glass everywhere in the living room. I can't walk in there. Who's gonna clean this up?
I'll do it when I get back. Don't touch it, it's dangerous. I told you not to move.
Absolutely unforgivable. I'm sure it's that woman. I'm sure of it. It's a woman's intuition.
Hey, please, calm down. You could get hurt.
Are you having an affair? I just can't trust you yet.
No, I'm not having an affair. Why would I cheat on you?
This woman must want you very badly. Otherwise, she wouldn't have gone to all this trouble. She loves you so much.
It's hard to prove what I didn't do.
Okay, I'm going after her. We can't catch her if she runs away.
Don't. Please don't move. It's too dangerous.
It's okay. It can't be far.
Please don't move. Please.
Farewell.
What?
Hi, it's been a while. I was worried because I haven't seen you around lately, even though we live next door.
Oh, Sarah, it's been a long time. How are you? How can I help you today?
Yesterday, a rock was thrown at our house. Did nothing happen at your house?
No. I remember there was a police car and it was very noisy. What happened?
I don't know. There was a woman who pretended to be my sister and sent me messages. It's like one problem after another.
Is that so? Scary. It's a dangerous world we live in, isn't it? I'll have to be careful too.
And by the way, I chased after the offender yesterday.
What? You chased after the offender?
Yeah. Why are you surprised?
Oh, I'm just surprised you would do something so dangerous. In this day and age, you never know what might happen to you.
I was sure it wasn't a man. Worst case scenario, I was going to throw her over her shoulder.
You do martial arts or something? You must be very strong, Sarah.
No, not so much. I'm rather skilled in ground fighting. I won't let you get away with it.
What?
Oh, no, I'm talking about martial arts. Did you misunderstand something?
No, of course not. So, did you find the offender?
No, it was close. I lost her on the way.
I'm sorry to hear that. I hope they catch her soon. I'm worried.
I must have disturbed you late at night yesterday. I'd like to come visit and apologize. Are you home today? You don't need to go to all that trouble. We're neighbors. It's give and take. Besides, it was you who got yourself in danger. No, it's a matter of courtesy. I'd like to thank you face to face instead of this small talk. If possible, I'd like to see you when your husband is around. When my husband is around? Why? I must have woken him with the siren of a police car. I'm sorry about that. No, it's fine. There's no need for you to be so concerned. Why are you don't have to be so evasive. No, I'm really fine. I appreciate your thought, though. Is that so? Well, farewell then. What? What is wrong with you? You messed up my family. What the hell do you think you're doing? Oh my gosh, you just came out of the blue? You're an insane neighbor. You treated me like a criminal in front of my husband. Are you crazy? What proof do you have that you're saying such crazy things? Huh? You still don't get it? Have you not noticed which one of us is crazy? You think I pretended to be your sister? Don't make false accusations like that. How could I do such a thing? You're out of your mind. My sister sticks her phone in her low-rise jeans pocket. I always tell her not to do that because it will fall out. Sure enough, she went out that day after dropping her phone in our front yard. It was my sister's fault too. So what? It's none of my business how your sister wears her jeans. It does matter. You're the one who picked up the phone that fell off. Huh? What are you talking about? You saw the history of conversations between my sister and I, didn't you? Hello, Sarah. Thank you. I love you. I want to eat steak. You're weird sisters, aren't you? So what? She was practicing her English. You should have known it was unnatural, but you, with your ostrich-like brain, didn't. Huh? Practicing English? By the way, for an ostrich with a big body, its brain is smaller than its eyeball. That's why they have such a bad memory, that they forget why they're running in the middle of a race. Why are you telling me about ostriches? Are you trying to say that my brain is like an ostrich's? How rude. You're right. I'm sorry. I was out of line. I'm sorry to the ostriches of the world. What's that? My husband lashed out at me all night and I had a hard time. It's all your fault. I wonder if that's enough. Isn't this a bigger problem than that? Do you have any proof that it was me who sent you messages and threw a rock at your house? Just because of your selfish imagination, stop making me suffer. As for my sister's phone, I've already submitted it to the police. If they find your fingerprints on it, you're over. It's under examination. What? As for the rock throwing incident, we have a footage of you climbing over our fence and walking into the house next door. No, I just went into the wrong house and left in a hurry. It was too dark to see. Who would make a mistake and climb a fence? I guess you have a small brain after all. This woman. What a thing to say. The person who threw a rock at our window, I had no idea she would be my neighbor. I was just teasing you. I just gave in to temptation. We all have times like that, right? We're still going to be neighbors in the future, so don't make any more fuss. You're bothering me. How can you be so arrogant without even apologizing? Even if you just gave in to temptation, you should apologize first. I'm very annoyed too. You must be bluffing because the police didn't show up even after 2 days. Well, that means you don't have any conclusive evidence, huh? I know you're trying to get me to confess, but it's no use because I didn't do anything. You think the police are going to come and arrest you in a second? You do have a small brain, huh? Stop making fun of me. The police have to check for fingerprints on the phone and footprints in our yard and stuff. That doesn't mean they can get to me. I doubt it. Considering from the insane thing you've done this time, I'm sure you've done something like this in the past. It's definitely suspicious. Nope. Really? You swear? I mean, I think so. I'm sure there's something. God, you're persistent. Your husband asked your folks. He asked if you have a criminal record. I was so sorry he had to do that. What? What are you doing without telling me? Your mother felt like your lies were finally revealed and she blabbed. You have a good and honest mother.
That bitch.
You can't talk to your mother like that. I can't believe you're not only insane, but you have a bad mouth too.
You know, we all get naughty when we were young. It's in the past. What's wrong with that?
Is it just naughty to go wild at a pub with a beer bottle in your hand, injuring people and pushing people onto the road? Isn't that dangerous behavior?
I kept it from my husband. Because of you.
If you love your husband so much that you don't want him to hate you, why did you want my husband?
Huh? I don't want your bearded, ugly gorilla.
Huh? My Kevin is the most handsome guy in the gorilla community. Don't be rude.
Oh, are you admitting that he looks like a gorilla?
Then why did you do it?
I just wanted to destroy your family. I wanted to fuck it up.
What did I do to you? I didn't do anything.
Your happy face is annoying me. It pisses me off.
Huh?
My house is a small house built on a small piece of land I somehow managed to buy. And right next to it, you built a huge mansion with a huge yard. It's really an eyesore.
Is that the reason? Is that what it's all about?
And you always go out together, looking like a lovely couple. As for me, my husband and I haven't touched each other for 3 years.
I don't care anything about other couples' relationships. I don't give a damn.
I thought if your husband was cheating on you, you'd be so upset your family would be a mess, you'd get divorced, sell the house, and go away. How's that working out for you? It's starting to happen, isn't it?
I'm sorry, I can't make any of your dreams come true. I'm not getting a divorce, and I'm staying here forever. I'm kind of sorry about that.
Huh? What is that? Get out of here. People hate you and your husband in this town. There's nothing good about continuing to live here.
That's you.
Huh?
You don't take out the garbage properly. You ignore all the town's events. You run your car the wrong way every time because it's a shortcut even though it's a one-way street. You're the one who's causing everyone trouble. Don't you even realize that?
That's just little things.
You know what? Doing whatever you want, attacking and trying to get rid of people just because you don't like them, are not things a person with a sane brain would do. I bet even ostriches live more peacefully. Why can't you live in peace, Nora?
I told you to stop making fun of me.
You stole my sister's phone. That's stealing. Breaking our window is breaking and entering and destruction of property. Driving the wrong way is a violation of law too if there's proof. You're going to be busy with the trials. Good luck.
What the hell is this? I'm so angry.
I doubted my husband. He's such a kind and gentle man, but I hurt him. I can't apologize enough. My husband forgives me, but once I threw those words, I can't take them back. It's really sad.
So what?
So we decided to go to Hawaii so we can both forget about the bad things we've been through. I'm going to spend some time and escape from the reality.
What is this? Are you harassing me? You're living a life of envy.
I won't usually go out of my way to tell people we're going on vacation, because it sounds like bragging. But since it's you, I'm telling you on purpose.
You're a jerk.
I don't care what you think of me. I don't want anything to do with you ever again. But if you ever try to get back at us, I'll make you regret it. Please keep that in mind.
What?
Both my husband and his family have powerful connections and ample financial resources. I can show you that the rock you threw will come back many times as big as the one you threw. I'm not threatening you, okay?
I won't do anything. I'll be quiet and reflective, and I'll disappear. I'm really sorry about what I've done.
Thank you for understanding. I just wish you would have admitted it a little sooner.
Now, if you'll excuse me.
Oh, wait a minute. Can you leave by saying farewell?
Why?
I kind of like it.
Farewell.
Okay, good job. Later, Nora was arrested by the police who visited her house. She seemed to have taken everything lightly, but the rock throwing was a very dangerous act. She was sentenced to prison because she had malicious intent to get rid of me. I hope she will reflect well on her actions behind bars. Naturally, her husband decided to divorce her. He said he was glad that they didn't have children. I felt sorry for him, but he seemed relieved. He said the reason why he never touched Nora was because Nora kept forcing him to act like a lovely couple, and that made him super stressful. Nora was released from prison after 1.5 years and was cut off from all the people she had known. She was unable to get a job due to prejudice from her criminal record, so she lied about her identity and started working at a bar in the countryside. She became a popular person by telling a big lie that she was a model in LA. She doesn't seem to show much remorse. So I made a phone call to the pub to tell the people there that what Nora was saying was a lie. I apologized a lot to my husband, and he forgave me. I'm going to relax in Hawaii.
Hey, Sean. I need to talk to you. Can you come home early today? You've been working late a lot lately.
Oh, I forgot to tell you. I'm going out for a drink with my juniors. Socializing over drinks is important, right? So I'll be late again today.
I understand that, but you've been late so often these days. You go out drinking more than half the week. That's too much.
Is that what you texted me to tell me? I'm still at work, so I gotta go.
No, it's not that. I said I wanted you to come home early because I wanted to talk to you.
What kind of talk? Why don't you just tell me by text?
It's not something to talk about by text.
Don't get me frustrated, just say it.
It's about the cancer screening we both had the other day.
Oh, what about it? Did you get the results? Were the results bad?
Yeah, it's liver cancer.
What? Seriously? A cancer?
Apparently, yes. I couldn't believe it when I saw the test results.
That's because you don't have strong tolerance to alcohol, yet you went along with me and drank too much.
What?
Is it advanced?
Well, liver cancer is difficult to detect because there are almost no symptoms at first, so it's not early stage.
Oh, well, don't get discouraged and hang in there.
What? Wait a minute. You seem to be misunderstanding something.
What's the misunderstanding? There's something I've been needing to tell you too.
What is it?
Well, I've been afraid to tell you because I thought you'd get hurt. But now is a good opportunity for me to be honest with you.
What?
I'm telling you it's not my fault. It's your fault that you're so close to the end of your life.
What? What are you talking about?
I'm going to Hawaii with your sister.
Huh? My sister? What the hell is going on?
I guess you didn't notice. You're so insensitive, aren't you? I'm going to enjoy my trip to Hawaii with Angela for a while. You enjoy the rest of your life.
Could it be that you've been having an affair with my sister all this time?
Bingo, you got it right. Even you, who may be insensitive, should understand if I've said this much.
Don't be silly. You two have been cheating on me? Since when?
About a year ago, I guess.
That long ago? No wonder you've been talking about working overtime so much since the beginning of this year. And yet you haven't been getting paid more for it. I thought it was weird.
It couldn't be helped. Since we got married, you've been so busy every day that I didn't feel attracted to you as a woman. On the other hand, Angela's younger than you and she dresses up every day and she's cute.
What? You cheated on me and you're blaming me for it? The reason I'm so busy is because you don't help me with the housework at all. Of course, Angela is younger than me because she's my little sister.
Angela is better than you, so you can't blame me. You've got cancer and have little time left to live, so you're useless to me.
You really are the worst. I didn't know you were a person like that. I was stupid not to notice.
Huh, say what you want.
I always thought that married couples were supposed to help each other through illnesses and difficulties. I believed that you and I could do that. But I guess I was the only one who believed so.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
Alright, well, you're gonna have to be responsible for what you say. If you come crying to me later when you're all alone, I will never help you.
Huh? What are you talking about?
You're the one who's sick and lonely. I'm going to remarry Angela and be happy. I don't need your help.
I understand exactly what you're thinking. So you want to divorce me?
Oh, you're unusually understanding, aren't you?
Now that I know what you are, I want a divorce as soon as possible. You said you'd be home late today, but you don't have to come home.
Huh? That house is mine. Why do I have to hear that from you?
I just want to focus on packing today. And if I see your face, I'm going to lose all motivation. I'll pack up my stuff today and I'll go to my parents' house tomorrow.
Really? Oh, that's great. Then I'll stay at Angela's today. I'll celebrate the divorce with her tonight.
Please feel free to do so.
I know we won't see each other again, but take care. Oops, you have cancer, I'm sorry. I hope you are in good health in the afterlife.
It's been 5 years since we got married, and I had noticed that something was somehow wrong with Sean. When I tried to talk to him, he would give me vague replies more and more often. He has been missing a lot of meals at home recently, saying he had to work overtime. But I thought, well, after 5 years, maybe this is just the way it is. Of course, it is not that I did not suspect him of cheating on me, but I thought it can't be. I may have been trying to force myself to believe that it was impossible because we were a married couple. Oh, by the way, about the cancer screening. My family is a cancer family, and all of my grandparents died of cancer. My parents are healthy now, but my father was once hospitalized for cancer. So I always make sure to have a cancer checkup every year. This year, I suggested that Sean get a cancer checkup too. He said, "What, me? I don't have cancer in my family, so I'm fine." But then he said, "Well, I'll take it anyway." We both went for the checkup. I was prepared to spend the rest of my life with Sean, no matter what happened to him, even if he was found to have cancer. But Sean was different. He was going to leave me as soon as he found out I had cancer and remarry my sister, Angela. Well, it was actually a misunderstanding that I have cancer. But I'm glad I found out Sean's true nature. I don't care what happens to that man anymore. And I can't forgive my sister for betraying me. I suppressed my desire to cry and packed my belongings. And I went to my parents' house. Hey sis, have you already filed the divorce papers? Not yet. Angela, are you seriously going to marry Sean? I never thought you guys were having an affair. You're really insensitive, Miranda. Oh, that's so funny. Sean and I wondered when you will notice our relationship. We've been so nervous every day, you know. I'm surprised that you haven't noticed anything. Well, I've been wondering. Why Sean? You've always been popular and there are plenty of other guys out there. Do you have something against me or something? Oh, Miranda, it's not like that. Sean is rather good looking, right? So I thought I could introduce him to my friends and show off. That's all. What? That's all? You didn't feel any discomfort about stealing my husband? Oh, no, not at all. As long as I'm happy, that's all that matters to me. Did you have such a bad character? What are you dreaming about? People are like that. And I definitely don't want to have a hard time in my life. Sean is earning a lot of money, so I'm in good hands, right? Besides, you have cancer, right? I really feel sorry for you. We have a family history of cancer, don't we? Oh, I have to be careful too. If you don't have long to live, you should let Sean go. Who's going to support Sean when you pass away? I'm the only one, right? Fine, then I'll divorce him. I just didn't have time to go file divorce papers. I have no regrets for someone who would betray me without a second thought. That's my sister. I'm glad you get to the point quickly. But you should know that you can't go back to your parents' house. Mom and Dad are both furious with you. They said anyone who would take away your sister's husband is not their family. They won't let you come to their house ever again. Oh well, as long as I have Sean, I don't care. I won't help you, and neither will Mom and Dad, even if you come crying to us later. Why would I come crying to you? You're the one crying because you have to spend the rest of your life alone. Why don't you ask Mom and Dad to comfort you? I'll make sure you pay me compensation. What? You want money? You don't have time to spend it anyway, do you? Well, fine. I'll pay you. How much do you need? What's with that attitude? It's my right to ask for compensation. I'll charge Sean $30,000 and you $20,000. What? That much? Miranda, you're so greedy. Sean cheated on me, so I should be paid this much. If you refuse, I'll ask my lawyer to deal with it. Okay, I'll pay you. Sean told me he has some savings, so I'll ask him to pay my share too. In exchange, you'd better get a quick divorce. Sure, I'll do that. Thanks. Then by the time I go to Hawaii with Sean, we'll be a sweet married couple. Oh, it's going to be our honeymoon, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Miranda, about the compensation.
What? I'm not going to reduce the amount.
I was going to ask you for that. Then can you at least extend the deadline a little?
No. You and Angela promised to pay me a total of $50,000 within a month. It's in writing, so I need you to pay it on time. If you're going to break it, I'll go to my lawyer. I'll demand a penalty and even file a lawsuit.
Oh, wait a minute. I was going to pay it. But due to circumstances, you're gonna have to listen to me.
What is it?
I've been feeling really tired lately. I've been absent from work for about a week. If I pay the compensation, I'll have no savings. I know I need to go to work, but my stomach aches and the doctor says a cold I'm getting has gotten worse. He says I should stay home until I get better. I'm in no condition to work.
So what? A promise is a promise, so you have to pay me.
What? Are you a demon? I'm going to pay you when I'm feeling better and can earn a normal salary. You could at least wait a little bit.
The moment you thought I had cancer, you abandoned me. And you said you're going to remarry my sister. Now, which one of us is the demon?
That's right. You have cancer. You must be in pretty bad shape too. And you know how I feel when I'm sick.
I'm not in bad shape.
What? Could it be that your cancer was stage 1? You're cured?
Who said I had cancer?
What? You said it yourself about a month ago. Did the cancer make you crazy?
All I said was that the cancer screening revealed liver cancer. I'm not the one with cancer, you are.
That's a lie. Then this pain. I can't believe it. I have cancer? No way. Then why didn't you say so back then?
Before I told you, you assumed I had cancer. You started talking about you having an affair with my sister and divorce and stuff like that. I just didn't have time to tell you. It's your fault for assuming I had cancer, isn't it? Can you please not blame me?
Because you come from a family with cancer. I thought it was you.
Of course, I am aware that I have a family history of cancer, and I get tested every year for it. But it's not all about family history. It's possible to get cancer even if you don't come from a family with cancer. First of all, you drink too much. If you drink that much, won't your liver get worse?
No way. Am I going to die? I don't want that.
How am I supposed to know that? Well, I'm sure you'll have to pay a lot of money for this treatment. You might even need radiation therapy. Then you'll be out of money and out of hair.
You're kind of enjoying this, aren't you? I just found out I have cancer and I'm so depressed. How can you react like that?
I'm just reacting the same way you did.
Huh?
You thought I had cancer, not you. And you said to my face, I'm done with you and I'm going to enjoy my trip to Hawaii with Angela. I haven't forgotten that, you know.
Well, come on. Can you please waive the compensation?
Why? Why would I do that?
I'm going to have to pay for my medical treatment and I won't be able to work. How can you get money from me like that?
An illness is one thing and compensation is another. I'll make sure you pay for cheating on me.
If that's the case, I'll have Angela work for me while I focus on my treatment. We're a married couple now and she's going to support me. Unlike you, I have a wife who would support me.
You don't understand anything about Angela, do you?
What? What do you mean?
Do you really think Angela is such a good girl? You'll be dumped for sure. She doesn't want a man without money, that's for sure.
That can't be true. I believe in her.
Fine. Why don't you do whatever you want? I have no intention of reducing the amount or extending the deadline. Please pay me the exact amount of compensation. Goodbye.
Miranda, you weren't the one with cancer? I can't believe Sean had cancer. I don't want a husband with cancer and no money. So, I divorced him. Thanks to him, I'm a divorcee. And I couldn't even go on a trip to Hawaii. This sucks. Sean cried to me that he didn't want to divorce me. I'm young and pretty, so why would I want to be with a sick man? He wanted me to work hard to support the family while he couldn't work. Ugh, that's just so impossible. I told him that I would never change my mind and that he should divorce me right away. Then he told me to pay you the $20,000 by myself. There's no way I have that kind of money. Miranda, are you listening to me? I just got divorced and you should feel sorry for me, so you'll waive the compensation, right? Hey, Miranda, answer me.
You're such a jerk. You and Sean were the perfect match for each other.
I don't care if I'm a jerk or not. Just waive the compensation.
No. Just because you divorced Sean, it doesn't change the fact that you had an affair with him and betrayed me. Besides, you said you'd pay for it yourself. You should take responsibility for your words. I have a written pledge. You can't just walk away from this.
No way.
Mom and Dad aren't going to help you, so don't even think about asking them for help.
Then what am I supposed to do? I don't have any savings.
Look, you're an adult. Why don't you think about that yourself? Why don't you just go into debt or work hard to earn money?
No way. I thought I could marry Sean and live a life of a graceful housewife.
You only think about yourself and do the worst things. I guess you deserve this. Anyway, you have to pay me by the due date. I told this to Sean as well, but I have no intention of reducing the amount or extending the deadline. If you break your promise, I'll go to my lawyer. I'll ask for a penalty and even file a lawsuit.
Oh no! It wasn't supposed to be like this.
Afterwards, Sean said he wants to start over with me. He cried to me saying that the one he really loves is me. I replied, I refuse. I'm waiting for your compensation money. Sean and Angela must have given up. They each paid me a total of $50,000 in one lump sum. Angela has stolen Sean from me for money, but now she had to take on the debt. She's poorer than before, which is something I like to hear. Apparently, she has been working multiple part-time jobs. The other day, I went to a grocery store late at night and found Angela working there. She looked very worn out. As for Sean, our mutual acquaintance had told me that Sean is taking an extended leave of absence from work to concentrate on his cancer treatment. Even though he's a jerk, he's still my ex-husband. I hope he survives. But he did a terrible thing to me, so I'm not sure if God will be on his side or not. As for me, my parents have been there for me and encouraged me during my difficult time. So, I am planning a trip to Hawaii for the three of us. Angela and Sean were supposed to go to Hawaii. I never thought I would be the one to go on the Hawaii trip that Angela and Sean were supposed to take. Anyway, I am really looking forward to it.
It's me, Skylar. How have you been? I've been super, in case you're wondering. How long has it been since last we spoke?
Oh wow, what's going on? This isn't another troublesome chat, is it?
I've got something to tell you. I'll just say it straight. Get divorced from James.
Huh? Why? I don't understand.
Oh, you don't know. I've been seeing him.
Huh? Now I get it. Seriously, you've always wanted what's mine from way back. You haven't gotten over that habit, even now.
Well, I want what you have. I mean, what belongs to you also belongs to your little sister, me. Especially James, who's a big shot at a major corporation, well paid and a great husband. So hurry up and get a divorce.
Don't worry, I just filed for a divorce today.
Wow.
We've already discussed it and agreed. You're not the direct reason, though. Dealing with you guys, a double trouble couple, doesn't seem worth it, so I'll just let it slide. You're free to do what you want.
Seriously?
Let me just say one thing. Have him tell you the real reason for our divorce. I don't want to be involved with you guys for sure.
Aw, he was smoothing things over for my sake, huh? This is what it means to be loved. You've always been a loser. You poor thing, losing both precious things and a precious person to your little sister. Well, I'm more beautiful, so I guess it's expected. Sorry I stole your beloved hubby.
He's not my beloved anymore, so it's okay. Do whatever you want with him.
Oh, really? I get it. So this is the act of a jealous loser trying to put a tough front. It's hilarious. I'm literally LOL.
Alright then. I have to drive now. Can't text while driving, so I have to go.
Sure. Thanks for divorcing him. I'll undoubtedly make him happy. Hey sis, did you receive my wedding invitation?
Yeah, I did. You somehow managed to find out where I live, huh? I'm sure I haven't told our parents, who always side with you, you know. How did you find out?
Oh, that. You send birthday cards to Grandma, right? I remember that, so I sneaked into her house and jotted down the address. She still kept her side door unlocked, so I could walk right in.
You're casually admitting to trespassing, and rummaging through her drawers and jotting down the address on the sly is crossing the line. Seriously, I always knew you lacked common sense, but this caught me off guard a bit.
Whatever. Because of that, I managed to send the wedding invitation to you. I'll show my happiness to the loser.
I'm not coming.
Why?
I don't even get the point of being invited in the first place, but I physically can't make it anyway.
Physically?
I'll respond with a decline on the RSVP. Thanks for the invite, though.
No way! It's a wedding meant for me to proudly declare my victory as a woman over you. If you're not there, I won't get to see your jealous loser face going crazy with envy. That's what will make this wedding fun.
I couldn't care less. Bye.
Oh, wait! It's a done deal that you're coming as a guest, so I'll definitely reserve a seat for you. Don't make it left empty and embarrass yourself by not showing up. Hey, sis. Hey, loser. Are you not coming to your ex-husband's and my wedding? Well, I kind of figured you wouldn't show up. I prepared a seat for you, and now it's all for nothing. As an apology, you should transfer me the $10,000 as a wedding gift. Seriously, though. It's so lame you ran away. A jealous loser is so pathetic.
Oh, I was wondering why my phone kept beeping nonstop. You sound really excited by yourself.
Obviously, I'm on the winning side.
Thought you texted me because you had no one else to boast.
Huh?
Sorry, but I'm not free today either.
A divorced single woman not having time. What, are you trying hard to find someone on dating apps or something? Jeez, that's pathetic.
Nah, done with dating now. Getting married today in Hawaii.
What? Hawaii?
Yeah, found someone who understands my situation. Since I can't invite my family, we decided on a private ceremony on a tropical island. Right now, we're in Hawaii.
Wait a sec. It's only been a little over a year since you filed for a divorce, and just a month after finalizing it, right? What the heck?
Yeah, it might seem like a fast-tracked marriage, but it's with someone I've known for a long time, so the decision came to me organically.
Someone you've known for a long time?
You know him too.
Who could it be? Stop being coy. Tell me, I'm curious.
It's Nathan.
No way! That Nathan?
Yeah, used to live near us, that Nathan. We happened to meet again when I moved to my new place. We hit it off and started going out right away. We're both at a good age, so why not get married quickly?
Wow, seriously? No way. Having him as a husband doesn't sound happy at all. I don't want to hear about the sad happenings of two losers.
You think so?
What's good about that poor guy? Forcing a wedding in Hawaii? Are you sure you guys can survive after this?
He's poor, you say? Why do you think that?
Come on, you know that too. His mom is a single mom, right? He was wearing the same two outfits all the time. It's like a laughable poor family. Oh, right, I see. A woman who lost her husband to her little sister and became divorced. He seems to be the only option, huh? Were you desperately looking for a partner to compete with me? And ended up settling for a dirt poor Nathan. Is that it?
His mom isn't a single mom. He's the grandson of the founder of X Corporation and the nephew of the CEO, you know.
What? X Corporation? The company James works for?
Yeah, that's it. By the way, I used to work there until just before the divorce.
No way! I didn't know that. That's gotta be a lie.
His dad had been on an overseas assignment for X Corporation for a long time. Actually, he and his mom wanted to go with him. But at that time, there was someone in the family who needed caregiving, so his dad went alone. It might have seemed like a single-parent household in your eyes.
Then why did he dress in the same two outfits all the time?
It's just that both he and his mom were not bothered about those things. Anyway, he did have good hygiene. He knows how to dress appropriately when the situation calls for it.
Wait, this can't be. Does that mean you hit a jackpot after divorcing James?
I'm not marrying him with that intention for sure. He's just a regular employee, working at a place totally unrelated to X Corporation. Of course, I feel a responsibility to behave appropriately as a relative of the founder and CEO.
OMG, how could this be? You, of all people, are a relative of the X Corporation family? That's not fair. I've already gotten married to James, god darn it.
Wait, I thought you were happy to be married to him.
But if Nathan's from such a prominent family, it means he's wealthier than James. I'll marry him, so I'll give James back to you. Let's make a trade.
No, thank you.
You're not happy to have your ex-husband you lost to me back?
Of course not. I'm so over the guy who asked for a divorce because he got the other woman pregnant, you know.
What? Pregnant?
She came to me directly and demanded a divorce because she was with his child.
With a child? I'm not pregnant yet. Does he have some misunderstandings? Oh, I see. To quickly separate from you, he made up that lie to marry me.
Oh no. Do you not know anything?
What? What am I missing?
Alright, I'll explain briefly, in chronological order. First, James got involved with a new hire at work, and she got pregnant. Following this, discussions for divorce between us began. While it seemed like James and the girl would marry, her family strongly opposed it, claiming a man who cheated on his wife wasn't worth it. She decided to keep the babies, and he agreed to provide child support until they reached adulthood. By the way, they're twins, so the settlement was agreed at $1,000 per month.
$1,000? No way!
Of course, I also received alimony from him. Once the whole thing was sorted out, the divorce was finalized. But while I was still in that chaos, I received a message from you, my dear sister, exposing his other affair. That's the gist of it.
Holy cow! I didn't know any of this.
Oh dear. Well, I guess anyone who'd still stick around even after hearing this is too generous. But since you're not, it's not surprising you didn't know.
Never mind him, but you should have mentioned it to me. Did you deceive me? If I knew he had such baggage, I wouldn't have married him.
I told you, didn't I? Our divorce wasn't directly caused by you. Ask him about the details yourself.
Did you?
Misunderstanding that you had the power to break us up, getting all excited without confirming the facts? That was all on you, Skylar. Don't blame your mistakes on me.
I'm annulling this marriage. I'll have Nathan instead of James.
A message from him. I repeatedly told you my parents weren't divorced, right? But you kept insulting and ridiculing me as a poor single mom family, and I haven't forgotten.
Oops.
I absolutely can't marry a woman with such a corrupted nature. That's what he said. Well, you can't blame him. I'd say the same if I were him. Even as my sister, I'll reject a woman like you.
What the heck? You see, you're not fair.
How many times have you said that?
Huh?
I've had enough. I'm blocking you. Enjoy your marriage to James. You trash are perfect together.
What did you call us? I'm not finished here. You're being totally unfair.
Skylar exploded in anger and confronted the groom. It turned into a chaotic scene, leading to the cancellation of the wedding. They reached the decision to annul their marriage, but there was a huge dispute over cancellation fees for the wedding and compensation. Furthermore, when Skylar went wild at the venue, she damaged their property. In the end, she ended up burdened with a debt exceeding $30,000. I've long severed ties with my family, but I happened to hear about this through gossip. Couldn't help but burst out laughing.
Hey Annie, when are you planning to send us the keys? I've been waiting forever, you know. I hope you haven't forgotten.
Oh, Courtney? You messaging me is kinda rare. What keys are you talking about?
Stop playing dumb, please. I know what's going on. You've already moved out of your apartment, right?
Yeah, I did last month, but what about it?
Then why don't you hurry up and send me the keys?
Excuse me? Send them to you? Why?
What do you mean, why? I've been waiting forever for a notice from you. Don't leave important stuff like that hanging and be more on it from now on. Just because you're my sister-in-law doesn't mean I'll let things slide, you know? I've got stuff I can and can't let go.
Wait, so you're saying you and Shaw want to move in there now that it's vacant?
Obviously, our apartment is too cramped to think about when we have a kid. And your parents want to enjoy retirement by themselves, so they don't want to live with us. So naturally, it means we'd move into that apartment, right?
Hold up. I mean, if you had mentioned this beforehand, it'd be different, but this is news to me. Why are you talking about it like it's been decided?
Well, of course. It's not like there was a need to specifically tell you, right?
Yes, you should have discussed it with me first. I already found the next tenant.
OMG! What do you think you're doing? Subletting like that? It's not something you should do.
Huh?
Even if it's your parents' property, you've overstepped the boundaries of what you as a daughter can do. It's unacceptable, you know? Do you know what would happen if I told them about this? It'll be a huge problem. If you want me to keep quiet about it, then hand over the place to us pronto.
But the apartment is under my name.
No. Really? Are you the owner?
I paid off the mortgage a while ago, so I arranged for it to generate rental income through a real estate agent. The contract got sealed quickly and someone moved in last week.
Wait, what?
What has Sean been telling you? He should have known about the ownership. I know you guys are my family, but I can't do much if you don't say anything. Wait, you're not coming to me without discussing it with him, right? If that's the case, wouldn't that be a huge problem?
I've been talking about wanting to live in that apartment for a while now. Every time I did, I was told there was no harm in consulting you about it. I understood it as just waiting for you to move out rather than asking you to leave. That'd be kind of rude, you know?
What kind of interpretation is that?
His kind, you know? So I thought he was protecting an unemployed older sister.
Excuse me? I do have a proper job, you know.
No way. Then how can you chat with me in the middle of the day?
My workplace has a remote work policy, so I'm just taking advantage of that. I make my own living with my income and have enough financial capability to pay off the mortgage, so being called unemployed is pretty offensive.
Hold on, were you handling the loan payments yourself?
What does that mean?
Isn't that apartment something your dad bought for you? Feeling sorry for his daughter who's confirmed to stay single?
What are you talking about?
I'm certain of it. I mean, the singleton, who barely works, can't possibly have paid off the loan for sure. That property's under your dad's name and it's supposed to be inherited by Sean, the eldest son, in the future, right? So, if you move out, we should be able to live there rent-free. That's the deal, isn't it? You're lying to get rid of us, aren't you?
Courtney, from everything you've said so far, the image you have of me is a spoiled daughter who had her parents buy her an apartment, and she's pitied by her family as an unemployed freeloader. Is that it?
Well,
You think I can't get married, but actually, I'm moving in with my fiancé.
Wait, that's true?
Oh, I see. So basically, you heard about my fiancé, but you decided it was a lie, huh? Guess I'm not really trusted.
Oh, it's just that...
How badly did you think of me as a failure?
I mean...
You didn't believe anything my parents or Sean told you. Even though we meet only a few times a year, you looked down on me way too much, didn't you?
Well, you're 32 now. At that age, I didn't think you had enough money to buy an apartment. I thought you were just protected by the family to the extent of telling such big lies, which meant that all those stories about being successful in life were lies. You were just showing off because you were a single, unemployed loser.
I have a specialized job that corresponds to that level of income. If you had so many doubts, why didn't you just ask me directly?
I believed everything was a lie for sure. Even if I asked, I thought I'd just hear some boasting by a loser, so I didn't think there was any point in confirming.
I'm just exasperated. I have nothing more to say. I'll speak to my family about this, okay?
Why?
Because if you look at it from a different angle, it can be interpreted as not trusting your own husband and his parents, you know? It's at a level that can't be overlooked, so I have to talk to them. Plus, being this much belittled is upsetting, and I'll make sure Sean teaches you a lesson.
Stop it! He's going to be furious with me. Instead of just being scolded, I might even face divorce.
Maybe that's better for him. It doesn't matter if you guys divorce or not. I'll have nothing to do with you from now on.
Annie, please, I'm begging you. This might lead to divorce.
I have nothing to say now. Please, don't contact me anymore.
Wait, Annie! Please, I apologize.
I took a screenshot of our exchange and sent it to Sean and our parents. Sean, who's been grappling with her excessive conduct, takes this as the final straw and decides to end their marriage. My family has cut ties with the disruptive person, Charlotte. I'm now leading a pleasant life in my new home.
Let's cancel the wedding.
What?
I'm sorry, but I don't want to be trapped in a birdcage called marriage and wither away. I want to be free to flap my wings. I don't want to be tied down.
I'm not trying to tie you up.
That's a lie. At my bachelorette party, my coworkers scared me. They said marriage is stressful and I have to be ready for it.
It really depends.
You want to keep me in a cage, don't you?
No, I don't. You're free to do whatever you want. You know, I never told you to stay at home all the time before we got married.
I thought I saw it in your eyes.
I think that's just your imagination. You can keep working, and if you want to go out to learn new hobbies, you can too.
That's how you set a sweet trap and led me to the cage. Oh my god, I almost fell for it.
You've been talking as a bird all day. What's wrong with you? Are you feeling pre-wedding jitters? The wedding is tomorrow. I hope you feel better.
I'm not going to the wedding tomorrow.
What? We can't just cancel at the last minute.
Yes, we can. I mean, I already called the wedding venue.
Huh? Are you serious? What about the guests for the reception? What about all the preparation we've put in for a long time? It's all going to waste.
Even if there's a delicious looking burger in front of you, you wouldn't eat it if you had an upset stomach. Right? That's how I feel now.
I don't understand. Burger and marriage are too different. It's not just about us.
I'm glad I realized that before I went into the birdcage. I'm not the kind of girl who ends up in that tiny apartment.
We were going to move out when we got married, right?
I'm going to take my chances in the world.
The world?
I want to share my fashion with the world. I'm going to learn to design and paint for it.
You share your fashion?
Yeah, is it bad?
You should stop joking. You'll be there tomorrow, right?
I'm not joking.
I'd be in trouble if you weren't joking. I've never heard of last-minute cancellations.
You should see the videos on YouTube. There are tons of people like that.
No, those are fiction.
I heard that it's a true story. That's what reassured me. That I wasn't alone. That my friends would support me.
No, you shouldn't think it that way.
Thank you for everything you've done for me. Now I can't remember what I loved about you.
If you didn't love me anymore, you should have told me sooner. Canceling the day before, just crazy.
Just so you know, please pay $40,000 for the cancellation.
$40,000.
All you have to do is pay the money you had set aside. You have money, right?
Hey, are you serious? What did I do?
If I say you haven't done anything, you haven't. And if I say you have, you have. Anyway, I'm sick of you now. I'm not marrying you. I'm not even going to the wedding ceremony.
Can't you reconsider?
I'm sorry, I can't.
What's the matter with you? Please tell me it's just a prank.
Really true.
We have to call all the guests. I don't know if we can make it in one night.
We have to hurry.
Why are you being so optimistic?
It's the start of a new life. I'm excited.
Don't you feel guilty?
To who?
Oh, Lord. Okay, that's enough. You're going to call your own invited guests, right?
I've already contacted them.
What?
I can't bother my friends and relatives. I call them at the same time I call the wedding venue.
Really? What about me?
I don't know about that.
You're joking. Sheila, were you such a terrible person?
Am I? I thought for a moment that a stable, simple life would be nice. But I guess the birdcage was too cramped for a beautiful bird like me.
What's a beautiful bird?
If I were a bird that could fly, you'd be the chicken that can't.
Stop with the bird and the flying and all that. Are you really going to cancel? Are you sure? Is that what you want?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Alright, fine. Well then. The cancellation fee cost me a full $40,000. It was really tough.
You should be thankful I didn't cancel on the same day.
Are you kidding me? You should pay the $40,000 cancellation fee.
Why would I do that? LOL. Don't make me laugh.
We cancelled because of your fault. For now, I've covered the payment. You're the one who's supposed to pay for it. My parents were crying too. They were so mad, they couldn't handle it.
My parents were mad too, but we're adults. If you're always seeking your parents' approval, you won't be able to do anything in this one and only life.
Anyway, I'm asking you to pay the full cancellation fee.
I don't have that kind of money. I can't. Besides, I told you I would spread my wings in the world, didn't I?
It's not just a matter of you can't. I'm also going to ask for alimony.
Do whatever you want. I wonder if the lawyers are going to come after me overseas.
Yeah, I'll chase you to the ends of the earth.
You don't even know where I'm going.
I don't care where you go or how long it takes. I'll make sure you pay.
You're so desperate, lol. I'm sorry you're going to have a hard time. lol. Good luck.
You can only laugh for now.
If you can catch a flying bird, go ahead and catch it. It's a good thing I left a guy who makes a big deal about $40,000. I can't marry a poor man. lol. I'll marry a rich man.
I got you.
What?
Overseas, huh? I just found you around here.
How?
I hired a PI and a lawyer. I knew where you were right away, but I let you go because I had some things to check.
You have spent all your money on cancellation fees, right? Do you have that kind of money to hire someone?
Well, you don't even know my assets.
Assets?
My parents put all my savings into a mutual fund when I was a kid. I used it to invest in stocks and forex. That's almost 10 million.
What? 10 million? Why didn't you tell me that before?
What would have happened if I told you?
Then we'd be married.
What? Do you mean you broke off the engagement over money?
Of course. She would have made fun of me for marrying an ordinary office worker.
That woman?
She was at my bachelorette party. Because she married an elite, she's trying to act all superior and show off. I couldn't tell her I was marrying an ordinary office worker.
Is that really the reason?
Yes, that's why I decided not to marry you and rushed to find someone with a high income on a dating app.
Unbelievable.
I met a guy on that day and decided to go out with him, so I had no choice but to cancel the wedding.
It sounds unbelievable. I can't believe I got pushed around like that. It wasn't just me, my parents, the people at the wedding, the guests. That's the kind of stuff you see on YouTube. I can't believe that this crazy woman is real and that she's right around the corner from me.
But you know what? I can't take it anymore. He's too hairy for me now. I miss your smooth chest.
What? I don't care about you anymore.
I know you couldn't forget me either. I can't believe you're looking for me so hard.
Of course I'm looking for you.
I betrayed you once, but I'm glad to hear from you. Sure, let's start over.
What are you talking about?
You spent all that money to find me and you wanted to meet me, right? I've accepted your feelings.
What?
The wedding turned out like that. So how about an overseas wedding for the two of us? If we do it in the US, I don't know what my relatives will say. Let's get married secretly, just the two of us.
What?
I can understand your surprise. The bird you thought had run away suddenly came back. Of course, anyone would be confused.
What are you talking about?
Do you know that birds have a homing instinct and return to their nests? So my nest was you, Kevin.
Did your friend the woodpecker peck you on the head?
What are you talking about? LOL.
I don't know what you're talking about. I already think of you as a bird.
Oh no, that was just a metaphor. It means I want to flap my wings like a bird.
No, you are just a bird. So, what was that bird language you just said? I didn't understand what you were saying.
Oh my god, Kevin, you still love to joke around.
I'm being serious.
I'm serious too. Let's forget everything and start over.
I guess birds can't understand me. I'll say it so the bird can understand. You have to pay me money, chirp chirp. Understand?
Huh? Are you making fun of me?
I wonder if she understood. I mean, if I think about it, it's rude to treat a bird like that. I mean, some crows are pretty smart.
No, you've got to be kidding me. By money, do you mean the cancellation fee?
Plus the fee for breaking off the engagement.
Alimony for a broken engagement? I've never heard of that.
There's a lot of YouTube videos on it. Please watch it, chirp chirp.
Don't say something weird like alimony.
It's not weird at all. I'm seriously asking you to pay me. Oh, I forgot to put chirp on. Do you understand? Chirp.
Stop saying chirp already. But if you marry me, the engagement won't be broken, right? So don't give me alimony. Let's start over with me and have a happy new marriage.
I'm not marrying a bird. You're going to stay with a guy who looks like a gorilla.
How do you know he looks like a gorilla?
The PI took a picture. Why don't you buy him some bananas? He'll probably love it.
He's got money, but he doesn't match me.
By the way, do you know what he makes his money from?
Real estate.
Real estate. LOL.
What's so funny?
Are you okay? He looks like he's in a lot of trouble. Search for underworld, social, and business. It's like he's got every job out there. He's not even supposed to be your friend.
Oh my god, you did all that investigation for me? That's so sweet of you to do that for me.
What?
If he's such a bad guy, he's even worse. Kevin, come and get me. Save me from being trapped in a bad man's bird cage.
I'm not going to. I'm wasting gas money.
Why not? You're terrible.
You're a bad woman too, so you're perfect for each other. Oh, by the way, what happened to that designer thing you were talking about? Was it a brand specializing in orange clothes?
That was more of an excuse. I don't have that kind of taste.
I know. I'll never forget you showing up on our first date wearing a yellow shirt, yellow sweater, yellow socks, and yellow shoes.
What? I can't wear yellow?
I bought you an outfit right away. I thought that was cute, but I should have known you had the brains of a bird.
Please, I really need to start over. I don't want to be with this bad person.
You know what? I think you should go to the hospital.
What? Why? I have no reason to go to the hospital.
Just to be sure, you should have your kidneys checked to see if you have 2 kidneys.
What?
This is not the time to get back together. From what I hear, they can do that in your sleep. Rumor has it doesn't even leave a scar.
Oh no. Come to think of it, when I woke up the other night, I was sleeping on the opposite side of the bed.
That's probably because in the middle of the night...
No way.
Do you feel tired easily?
Come to think of it, I feel kind of tired.
No doubt. Go to the hospital now.
What?
Maybe you're missing one.
No!
You woke up on the wrong side of the bed and you're tired, right?
Yeah. Oh my god, my kidney!
Sheila, you poor thing.
Oh no.
Anyway, after you go to the hospital, go back to your parents' house and hide. I'll send you an important letter telling you what to do.
Okay, thank you.
Don't worry about it.
Kevin, thank you so much for saving me from the evil bird cage.
Thank you too. I gently hold saying the words, "for being an idiot, LOL." Sheila went to the hospital and cried in panic, saying, "Hurry up and take an x-ray." Sheila still had 2 kidneys, but she was terrified that he's going to take them away at any moment. I sent a letter to my Sheila while she was hiding from the gorilla at her parents' place, wrapping a sash around her abdomen for protection. If she doesn't pay me, I'll tell the gorilla where she is. More than anything related to money, I sincerely hope she reflects on the inconvenience she caused to many people. I'm sure that Yellowbird is living quietly in her cage, scared of the outside enemy. I feel sorry for her because she can't fly freely now. LOL.
Nathalie, where are you? What are you doing now? Sis, it's been a while. I'm at work right now. Actually, it's my break time. What's up? Speaking of which, we've both been busy. It's been about a year since we last contacted each other. How are you, sis?
You know, now is not the time for chit-chat.
Huh?
You secretly got married without telling me, Dad or Mom?
Me? Married?
Yes, when did you exactly get married? You never told us. Was it someone you really didn't want to introduce? It's fine if you didn't have a wedding ceremony, but at least you could have consulted the family before the marriage.
Huh? I'm not married.
What do you mean? Did you get married and divorced immediately? And now you are a single mother?
No. I haven't gotten married or divorced, and I haven't had any children.
Don't lie. Then why is your child in my house?
My child?
Leaving the child for a month? What were you thinking? If it were a week, it would be understandable, but a month is too long. I'm not your babysitter. Come pick up your child now.
Wait, calm down, sis.
How can I calm down? And it's a newborn baby, you know.
I don't know if it's because of work or something else, but even though I'm a housewife, I have various things to do. If the baby can't meet the mother for a month, isn't it tough for the child? I'm sorry. I really don't understand what's going on.
Wait, are you saying you don't remember leaving a child with us?
I have no memory of leaving a child. Besides, I don't have any children, so there's no way I could leave one. I also want to get married, but I haven't had the chance, and I don't even have a boyfriend. So it's impossible for me to have a child.
Huh? What do you mean?
I'm the one who wants to know. Even if you tell me not to suddenly leave a child, I have no idea what you're talking about.
But I'm telling you the truth. I am taking care of your child. If it's not your child, then whose child is this?
Wait, who left the child with you in the first place?
While I was away, my husband accepted the child from a woman. A woman claiming to be your friend suddenly came, saying, Nathalie asked me to take care of her child, but I have urgent matters and can't care for it. I hope her sister's family can take care of it. According to my husband, that's what she said before leaving the baby with my husband.
Huh? What's going on? That he just accepted the baby? He should know that I don't have children. Isn't it strange that he agreed to take care of the baby so easily?
Well, it seems even my husband was surprised, and he tried to confirm with you, but the woman said you were facing some circumstances, and she said not to ask anything and just take care of it. If it was your child, it would be like a niece to my husband. In the end, it seems we couldn't refuse and ended up taking care of the baby.
Seriously?
I was really shocked. When I came back home, my husband was suddenly holding the baby.
I see.
Well, since we accepted the baby, I had no choice but to look after it. I hurriedly ran to buy milk, clothes, and diapers. I did my best to take care of the baby. I thought that surely, if I keep the baby for a week, you would contact me at some point. Yet you haven't made a single phone call. Finally, I got fed up and sent a message to you today.
I see. That woman claiming to be a friend seems suspicious. She probably left her child with you and your husband.
It seems likely. However, we have no idea about her true identity. Both I and my husband are troubled. According to my husband, she left the child and quickly left. He couldn't ask for her name, and he doesn't remember her face. Among your friends, is there one who recently gave birth? We need to find the real mother quickly and return the child. I'm almost at the limit, you know. Lately, the baby has been crying at night a lot, and I'm sleep deprived.
So far, I don't have any friends who come to mind, but I'll check a bit.
Thank you, Nathalie. I'm counting on you.
Hey, Billy. It's Nathalie. I'd like to ask you a few questions. Is this a good time?
What, Nathalie?
Why are you so surprised?
Nothing. I was just surprised because it was so sudden. So, what's up?
My sister messaged me just now.
From Mackenzie?
Yeah, about the child.
Oh, about that. Did she tell you to come and pick up the baby?
That's right. She got mad at me for leaving the kid for a month.
I'm sorry my wife said those terrible things. Don't worry about it, Nathalie.
What?
Because you have your own reasons. You can't raise a child anymore, right? We'll take full responsibility for you. You don't have to worry.
No. That child is not my child.
What? But your friend said it was your child.
That friend was lying, because I'm not married and I didn't have a child.
What? Then whose child is that in our house now?
Oh, Billy, I'd like to know that too. And can you tell me who brought the child? I will have to ask her what she was thinking.
I'm sorry, Nathalie. I don't remember exactly either.
Do you remember any facial features? Was she tall? Did she have longer hair?
Well, I didn't really pay attention to those details. After all, it seems that she has some urgent matters to attend to. She quickly left, leaving the child to me. Actually, I should have confirmed with you that time, but I thought maybe you were in a situation where you can't raise your own child. Maybe you were in a desperate situation and couldn't contact you easily. But if you have settled down, I thought you would contact us in some way. But before I knew it, a month had passed without us reaching out. It's just all my fault. It ended up causing you trouble, and I'm truly sorry for that.
No, you just believed that the baby was my child. You don't have to blame yourself.
Yeah.
Then from now on, why don't we all work together to find the real mother?
What?
Because we don't even know whose child it is. We can't just raise the baby like this.
But how are we going to find her?
For now, I'll contact all the friends I can think of. If we still can't find her, we'll report it to the police.
The police?
Yeah, we can't just leave a child in your care like this.
No, let's not just go to the police.
What? Why not?
Actually, when I took the kid from your friend, I felt like it was destiny.
Destiny?
We have been married for almost 10 years, but we haven't been blessed with a child. I love my life right now, just the two of us. But the truth is, I always wanted to have a child. But Mackenzie seems to have given up on it, because she's too old. I was getting impatient inside. I thought that maybe I'd never be a father.
I didn't know that.
Then, when the child came to us, and we started taking care of the child, I was convinced that I could be a father, even if it wasn't my own child.
Are you saying...
Of course, if we can find our real parents, I'm sure that would be great. But if we can't find them, then Mackenzie and I will be responsible for the baby. I intend to raise this child.
I see. I wonder what my sister thinks about it.
Mackenzie?
Yes, you are usually busy working. After all, it's my sister who mainly takes care of the baby, right?
That's true, but...
It's not her child, and they are not even blood related. We don't even know whose child it is, and I don't think it's easy to do. In fact, she was lamenting that the child was crying so much at night, that she was having trouble sleeping.
Don't worry, she will get used to the lack of sleep.
What?
After all, mothers in the world have been raising children splendidly, even while sleep deprived. Sooner or later, when the child gets older, she will be able to sleep. She just has to work a little harder.
What? No, not being able to sleep is tough, isn't it? And if it's your own child, maybe you can tolerate a little sleep deprivation. But in my sister's case, it's not her own child.
If that's the case, I'll convince her. I'm sure she'll understand. She is a housewife, so she has time on her hands. I'm sure she'll become more aware of her role as a mother.
No, I'm not talking about motherhood. I'm saying the baby is not my sister's own baby.
Would it be more correct to say that she's awakening to her motherhood? Even if it's not your own child, if you're with a cute baby, you'll naturally feel affection for it. Besides, she used to be a nursery school teacher, right? She's used to dealing with children, so she can easily raise a child on her own.
But I think there's a difference between work and actually raising a kid.
Besides, I'm not going to let her raise a child by herself. I'll take care of the kid on my days off too. I'm going to help my wife to raise the child.
Really?
Anyway, you're busy with your work, right? You don't have to worry about it anymore. Just leave the child to us.
I see. Hey, sis.
Nathalie, did you find out anything about the mother?
I'm sorry, not yet. I've tried contacting my friends. None of them have had babies recently. From friends who are already married and raising children, they laughed at me and said there was no way they would suddenly leave their child with a friend's sister and her husband.
Well, that's true.
Who would do such a thing?
I guess I'll have to report it to the police now.
Well, Billy told me not to tell the police.
What? Did you talk to Billy?
Yeah, I messaged him the other day. I wanted to check again to ask some questions about that friend, but he said he doesn't remember any details.
I knew it.
He wants to raise the child as his own. That's why he doesn't want us to tell the police.
What?
What? You haven't talked about it? He wants to continue to raise the child. He said he's going to convince you.
Are you kidding me? Is he trying to force me to take care of that child?
I guess so. He seems to be planning to raise the child together with you.
That's a lie. When that lady came to our home, for some reason he was home alone. Billy has been drinking a lot these days and doesn't come home until late at night. And even on weekends, he's away on business trips or for work. He's hardly at home. He's never taken care of the child himself. How can he say that raise the child together?
I see. The story seems inconsistent.
I'm sure he's just trying to look cool in front of you. I'm going to have to call the police and have them take the baby away.
Hey sis, don't you think something's wrong?
What? What is?
The woman who brought the child. I don't think she's really my friend. If she came to my sister's house, maybe she's an acquaintance of either you or Billy. I don't think she's related to me. Oh, I see. Does that mean Billy is lying? I'm going to look into it. Will you help me, sis? Yeah, of course.
Nathalie! Oh, please, answer the phone.
Hey, sorry for the late reply. I was working. What's wrong?
Do you know where is Mackenzie?
What?
Mackenzie left the house. She said she had to go out on an errand. She left the child with me in the morning and never came home. I tried calling her, but she wouldn't return my calls. She doesn't read my messages. After a while, she replied, "I'm not going back home anymore." Nathalie, do you know where she is? What the hell is she doing, leaving me alone with the child?
Well, I think you know why my sister left the house.
What?
It's a child. She didn't give birth to the child herself. She was exhausted from taking care of the child all day.
Other housewives with children are managing to raise them on their own. There's no way she couldn't do it.
Even for a housewife, it's hard to raise a child alone like that.
So she just ran away? That's unacceptable. Even though it's someone else's child, it's natural to take care of them.
How could you say such things?
What do you mean?
You said you would cooperate in raising the child, but in reality, you hardly come home, leaving everything to my sister. Isn't that right?
Well, it's because of my work, so it can't be helped, right? If I didn't work, Mackenzie and the child wouldn't have anything to eat.
Billy, Mackenzie knows whose child it is.
What? And what do you mean? Whose child is it? You said you couldn't find anything about the mother, right?
Acting like that won't work anymore. It's your child, isn't it? Saying that my friend came to leave her child here is a big lie. You just brought your own child back, right? The child born between you and your affair partner.
What? How?
In the first place, it's strange for my friend to suddenly visit my sister's house. It's also too unnatural that you don't remember the face of that friend at all. What was more suspicious than anything else was you refused to report it to the police. You insisted that you are going to raise the child. I hired a PI to look into you, and then it turned out you have been cheating on my sister for the past 2 years.
What? You used a PI?
Of course. I got my sister's approval for it.
So she suspected me too?
Well, if a husband who used to come home on time starts coming home late every day, you'd suspect infidelity. You lied to my sister that you work late, and you repeatedly meet up with another woman. Eventually, she was pregnant with your child, but she's a part-time worker and 10 years younger than you. Although she safely gave birth, she lacks confidence in raising the child. She refused to be a mother, saying she still wanted to enjoy her life and be free. That's why you took the child home. But you couldn't tell my sister that the child was from your affair, so you pretended the child was mine and tried to convince my sister to raise the child.
You know everything?
You are a scumbag. Not only the cheating, but you also lied about the child born from the affair and made your wife raise the child.
I had no choice. Even though the baby was birthed from my affair, it's still my child. So if it's my child, it's not unnatural for my wife to raise it. Besides, Mackenzie used to be a nursery school teacher, so she must love kids. In fact, she should be grateful that she can raise her husband's child, even though she hasn't given birth herself. Do you get it?
I can't believe you. I'm telling you, Mackenzie is thinking of getting a divorce.
What? Divorce?
Well, of course. Did you think you could avoid divorce? Did you think she can stay married to a scum like you?
Seriously? I'm in trouble. I can't raise a child by myself. I have a job, you know? How am I supposed to take care of the child during the day?
Even if you say that, if the child is genuinely yours, you have to raise it responsibly. You can leave the child at daycare during the day, or ask the mother to come back. You two should work together to raise the child.
The problem is, I can't get in touch with her at all either. I don't know what to do. Just looking after the child alone for one day is overwhelming. It's too hard. I was about to panic. Without Mackenzie, I'll go crazy this time.
You have been pushing it on her for so long. Now you realize that?
I understand. I'll apologize to Mackenzie, so please, Nathalie, convince her, because I'm sure she'll listen to you.
I don't want to. No matter how much you apologize, I don't think it will change my sister's mind. It's all your own fault, so you'll have to take care of it yourself. Well then, I'll be a stranger to you soon. I'll block you now. Goodbye.
Oh no! Nathalie, please, don't abandon me. Oh no, my child is crying again. Please, help me.
Mackenzie and Billy divorced. My sister went back to my parents' house and Billy had to raise the child by himself. Now, with the help of his parents, he is now doing his best as a single father. However, he started part-time work in addition to his job to pay the alimony demanded by my sister and is reportedly exhausted every day. According to rumors, he is said to be earnestly dedicated to parenting, which brings relief to both me and my sister. On the other hand, my sister started working as a nursery school teacher again. Compared to when she was a full-time housewife, my sister seemed more lively. She says that if she meets a good man, she would like to get married again. While hoping that my sister will finally be connected with a wonderful man, I'm also considering starting to look for a partner soon.
Did you go on a date with her? A friend of mine is a director of the hospital. And he mentioned that his daughter is still single, so introduced you to her. You already invited her on the date right away, huh? That's my sign. Well, yeah. She's totally my type, Mom. I thought it was an unparalleled opportunity. So, how is it going with her? Oh, it's perfect. She seems to like me too. When I asked to be my girlfriend with marriage in mind, she immediately said yes. That's amazing. You're not only excellent, but also good with women. Thank you, Mommy. Marrying a beautiful and wealthy woman is the best. Yesterday, when I said I was broke before payday, she said for our date. Wow, she's so nice. Well then, let's start preparing for the divorce from that trashy wife. After all, being with the daughter of the director of a big hospital makes the loser useless. That's right. Susie is a school dropout, and her parents are also poor, self-employed people. If I can marry a woman from a wealthy family, I want to break up with Susie soon. That's right. Let's kick that wife out quickly. You, an elite who graduated from a top university, and your current wife don't much. But can I really divorce so easily? It's not like there's a major problem with Susie. And I can't just ask for a divorce because I found a new girlfriend. I can't be honest about it, right? Susie, despite her appearance, can be quite frightening when angry. It's okay. I have a good idea. Huh? Leave it to me, son. I'll make sure that you get the divorce. How do you plan to ensure the divorce? Oh dear, I'll keep it a secret for now. What is it? Are you planning to use methods you can't tell me about? Well, it's just part of the excitement. I'll make sure it's a success, so don't worry. I'll create a situation where divorce is unavoidable. Mom, you're scheming something, aren't you? But I know you are the smartest mom. I trust you. I'll leave everything to you. If the plan succeeds, you have made a great match. As a mother, I can enjoy a comfortable life too. Oh, that sounds great, Mommy. Fortunately, your wife and I get along for now, so she won't suspect that I'm trying to get you a divorce. I'll go to your house today and start with my plan. You tell her you have a certain business trip or something. And make sure you don't come home today. Got it. I will tell her I won't be back until tomorrow evening. I'll send her a message now. Mom, you're such an amazing mother as always. I can't wait to hear the good news. Leave it to me. I'll make sure we have enough money for the wedding preparations. We won't live in a crumpled apartment like now. We might even move into a newly built mansion right after the wedding. I can't wait. Mom. What, Susie? What's going on? You seem flustered after all. Were you surprised to see me alive? What are you talking about? Mom, you did it, didn't you? Huh? I'm asking what you're talking about. Don't play innocent, please. You knew I can't drink alcohol. Yet you made me drink beer, right? Huh? You can't drink? I thought an uneducated woman like you loves alcohol, you know. Stop joking around. When I introduced myself to you before, I mentioned that my body can't tolerate alcohol. Besides, educational background and alcohol are not related. Well, it was a long time ago. I've forgotten about it. I've mentioned it every time we've met. So yesterday, when you came to the house, I refused when you offered me a beer. You insisted, saying, it was a beer that even I can drink. You forced me to drink, didn't you? So I thought it was non-alcoholic beer or something. But it turned out to be real beer. Thanks to that, I lost consciousness on the spot. You left me and quickly went home, right? I'm sorry about that. I thought you were tired and had fallen asleep. That's why I left you alone. But now, if you're messaging like this, you're fine drinking beer after all. I'm at the hospital now. My friend got worried because she couldn't reach me last night. So she came to check on me at home. She found me collapsed on the floor and took me to the hospital. My husband said he had a sudden business trip and hasn't come home. If my friend had not found me, I might have been in the outer life by now. Damn it, it was close. What? No, it's nothing. It was close? You did it on purpose, didn't you? What? You knew I couldn't drink. You forced me to drink alcohol. And when I lost consciousness, you left me alone. That's what happened, right? I can't help it. Well, I will tell you now. I don't like you. So I thought I'd give you a little pushback. You don't like me? I thought we had gotten along well with each other. When Jake and I decided to get married, you told me that you were glad to have a good-natured wife like me. After we got married, we went on different trips together. You even came to visit us after we got married. So I thought you didn't have any problems with me. What an idiot! Of course, I was acting. I was just playing the kind mother-in-law for the sake of my son. I always hated you for seducing my son. What? Think about it. My son is an elite graduate from a top university, and I'm ashamed that his wife is a high school dropout. Your words and actions reveal your poor upbringing. It's getting on my nerves. I am a high school dropout, but I'm working now, and I'm a decent person. I don't think I've done anything to be judged like that. You may be decent now, but you're still a high school dropout. I put up with it for a long time, and I was doing my best. But now that my husband has passed away, I no longer have to force myself to be nice to you. It's just too stressful to smile at someone you don't like. But even if you didn't like me, sending me to the hospital on purpose is too much. My God, I screwed up. I should have given you something with a higher alcohol content than beer. How could you say that? If you had done something like that, it could have been worse. I, for one, think my son's marriage is a failure. My son should have found a more suitable wife. Instead, he married a high school dropout loser. I wish he'd just get the divorce. Even if that's what you feels. If Jake and I didn't intend to divorce, there's nothing you can do about it. That's why I made you drink. If only you were gone, my son can marry another woman. And yet, you were rushed to the hospital? Jesus Christ, sis. You were really annoying. I can't believe you. Mom, do you know what you're saying? Yes, and I'm serious. A mother must protect a son from a woman like you. I would do anything to make him happy. No matter how much you hate me, Jake chose me as his wife. I'll tell him what you did. Do what you want. I don't think telling my son will help you. If he finds out his mother is such a cruel person, I'm sure he would be shocked. You might be disowned by Jake. That's unfortunate. But my son agrees with me. What? I guess you don't know anything about this. My son wants to leave you. To help him get what he wants. I just helped him to get a divorce from you. You're kidding. Susie, please leave my son. Or I'll really show no mercy next time. No way. Wait a minute. Let me talk to Jake directly. I said it's useless. He didn't even come to visit you when you were in the hospital, did he? That's just because he was on an urgent business trip and I couldn't reach him. If he knew I was hospitalized, he would rush over to see me. No, my son will never come back to you. He wants to leave you as soon as possible. If you love my son, please let my son go as soon as possible. So, it's your fault that I can't get in touch with Jake? You told him not to contact me, didn't you? No, I didn't. Don't get me wrong. It's entirely his decision. So, how long are you going to be in the hospital? While you're in the hospital, I'll pack up your stuff and send it to your parents' house. On the contrary, how long do you want to stay in the hospital? What? I will never forgive you for what you did to me. What? What can you do when you're in a hospital? You should realize that you're a scumbag wife who doesn't deserve my son. And agree to the divorce right now. Alright, that's it. No more games. You dirty bastard! What? What's that attitude? Oops, it's nothing. Excuse me. I was really shocked. Until then, my mother-in-law had always been kind to me. I thought that we would continue to get along well with each other. But in fact, she hated me. She wanted to separate me from my husband. And she was so cruel that she tried to make me disappear and forced me to leave him. As she said, I am a high school dropout. But I worked diligently now. It was through my work that I met my husband. When he proposed to me, he said he didn't care about my educational background. He told me that he fell in love with my personality. So I wish he had at least taken my side. I was disappointed. The last I heard from him was that he had to go on an urgent business trip. He didn't respond to my calls or messages, even though I was hospitalized in an emergency. He didn't even come to visit me in the hospital. Now, it feels that all the things that Mom said are true. That my husband wanted to leave me. I began to distrust my husband more and more. A mother-in-law trying to make the wife cry, and a husband who does not care about his wife. I decided to get a divorce, and I promised myself to take revenge on them. Susie, are you going to be in a hospital for a while? Have you decided to get divorced? Yes, I have. I'm divorcing my husband. Well, that's wonderful. You're not very smart. I thought you'd be more stubborn than you are. But thank God, you're more understanding than I thought. I feel sad that we're put in ways like this. There's no point in being a family with a mother and son who treat me as a nuisance. You're right. You are a nuisance. I'll tell my son that you've agreed to the divorce. And we'll get that paperwork started right away. Oh, now I can see a bright future for me and my son. Thank you, Lord. I feel great. I see. How long do you think that feeling will last? I'm telling you, when you get out of the hospital, just go back to your parents' house, okay? Why? Jake decided to move out of the apartment where you used to live. My son will stay with me for a while. Of course. Don't come burdening on us, okay? I don't want to see your face, ever. We're happy that Jake finally got a divorce. But I feel bad if my hateful ex-wife comes to our house. I see. So you really want to get rid of me, don't you? Well, of course you do. Jake was unfaithful to me. What? What are you talking about? You're right. I thought it was strange. My husband rarely goes on business trips. But on the day I was taken to the emergency room, he had to go on a sudden business trip. What are you talking about? My son is hardworking and his boss expects a lot of him. He may be asked to work unexpectedly. And when I tried to contact him, he didn't respond at all. I was convinced. My husband is keeping secrets from me. But how can you say that when you're in a hospital? You just slept in a hospital bed the whole time. The daughter of the director of Central Hospital. What? A friend of mine told me when she came to visit me. She told me Jake was holding hands with a woman. She even showed me a picture of it. It's terrible, isn't it? His wife is in the hospital, you know. He ignores my calls, and he's on a date with another woman with the goofy looks on his face. Apparently, that woman is rich. He probably thought he'd divorce me and marry her. But how? How did you know that she's the director's daughter? Mom, I have many friends in my hometown. Don't you know that? Huh? The picture of my husband with another woman. I sent it to every friend I could think of. One of them said she knew her. She used to live in the neighborhood. But that doesn't mean they were friends. Of course not. There's no way your friend and the director's daughter can be friends. It's impossible. She's the daughter of a family that runs a big hospital. If he could marry her, he would have a rich life. Of course you loved that idea, didn't you? You must have wanted to get her as a new wife. Well, if you know that much, I will admit now. Yes, I want my son to marry her. If he gets married to the director's daughter, my son will automatically be rich. And I'll be able to enjoy all the luxuries too. I see. So you were thinking about parenticizing her? Excuse me? Parenticizing? How dare you to say that to me? To have my son and his wife take care of me. It is natural right of parents. Besides, with you gone, we'd get a few life insurance payout. Wow, I didn't realize you were thinking about that far ahead. You were a total scumbag. Call it what you want. Either way, my son is getting a divorce. My son will marry the director's daughter and live an elegant life with me. Well, you can just sit back and watch. By the way, you're at home now, right? Alone? What? Yeah. I'm the only one at home. What about it? Just look out a window for a minute. Huh? What? Isn't it busy outside the house? What? I mean, what's going on? There's a bunch of scary-looking guys surrounding the house. Oh, really? Is it because you did something bad? Maybe they're outside to punish you? Punish me? Don't tell me you sent them here. Jesus Christ, sis. Everyone looks so scary. They're all staring at me and I'm scared. Who the hell are these people? They're all my friends. What? I told you I have a lot of friends in my hometown. They are my homies. Homies? You were in a gang or something? I always thought you used strange words. You finally revealed your true colors. Bringing this gangster here. What the hell are you trying to do? I still remember. When you asked me how long I will be in the hospital, I replied, on the contrary, how long do you want to stay in the hospital? Are you thinking of sending your friends after me to send me to the hospital? That's up to you. If you don't want to be hospitalized, go to the police yourself. What? Do you want me to turn myself in? What you did, it is a crime, right? I was forcibly made to drink alcohol that I couldn't handle. And as a result, I was rushed to the hospital with acute alcohol poisoning. If you don't want to go to the police, I'm sure you'll be in a lot of pain. So, what's your decision? I don't want to either. If I have to go to the police, it would ruin my son's plan to marry a rich man's daughter. It would ruin everything. You're still talking like that at this point. But I'm sorry. Whether you get caught or not, Jake can't marry the director's daughter. What? I told you that one of my friends knows her, so my friend told her everything. About what? That Jake was hitting on her, pretending that he was single. The director's daughter was furious. She said she'd never marry him and never wanted to see him again. Oh no! And it was you who introduced her. You were not that close with the director. The director didn't know that Jake was married. So you took advantage of that and tried to get him married to the director's daughter, right? I didn't know you'd go that far just for money. I'm disappointed. Furthermore, you tried to make me disappear because I will get in the way of your son's remarriage. That's not a very human thing to do. No. This is all my son's plan. It's not my fault. What? The truth is, I didn't want to do this either. But my son asked me to do it. He wanted to marry the daughter of a rich man. So he asked me to do something about his wife. He wants a divorce before she finds out that Jack's married. He said he needed my help to do that. So I had no choice but to get too drunk. You're an asshole, you know that. You're blaming your own son. Please believe me. I was just used by my son. Don't be ridiculous. It's too late to lie now. Why don't you look back at your messages? You wrote yourself that you were going to make me disappear. The director's daughter also testified that you tracked her. No matter how hard you try, it's all your fault. Susie, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'll apologize, but can you let it go this time? I don't care if you don't divorce my son. I'll be nicer to you from now on, so please. I don't want you to get in trouble with the police. And while you're at it, would you please tell your friends outside to go home? What? Do you really think it's going to be that easy? I'm done arguing with you. So I'm going to ask my friend to drag you to the police. Don't do that. Then you'd better admit your guilt and get caught. If it's going to be like this, I shouldn't have let you drink the alcohol. I'm too old to be in trouble with the police. My life is over. No. Your life is just beginning. I'm going to change your alimony as well as Jake. Alimony? How am I going to be able to pay for it? I'm living on a pension. Then why don't you work? You and your scumbag son. I'm going to make sure you do scum pay for your sins. In the end, Teresa was arrested because I reported the incident. My friends who were surrounding her house went home that night. I'm thankful to all my friends who gathered for me this time. Although everyone used to be thugs, they are all currently earnest working members of society. To scare Teresa, they pulled out the outfit they used to wear in the past. Meanwhile, I was safely discharged from the hospital, and Jake and I got divorced. Of course, I demanded alimony from him and his mother. However, Teresa was unemployed, and Jake had to quit his job because the rumor of the incident spread to his workplace. Both of them had to borrow money to pay the alimony. They thought they were going to live a lavish life after marrying a rich woman. Instead, they were forced to pay off their debts every day. Now, they work part-time from morning till night, and both of them are exhausted. I think they got what they deserved.
It's finally your wedding day. Actually, there's something I gotta apologize to you about. Kai? What do you need to apologize for? More importantly, where are you at such an important time? Well, that's exactly what I want to apologize for. I can't be with you anymore. What? I don't get what you're saying. I found a woman I love. I'm with my soulmate at a hotel right now. I'm sorry. You're joking, right? I thought I'd enjoy my last bachelorhood, so I went out for drinks with colleagues. Then I met an amazing woman and felt it was destiny. If I'm gonna spend the rest of my life with someone, it's only her. So I can't marry you. I'll have the wedding with her. Are you still drunk? I'm sober now, but maybe I'm drunk on the idea of destiny with her. Frick you! I'll sort out the bride's replacement with the venue, so don't worry about it. Why are you doing this now? My cousin is a big shot there, so changing the bride should be easy. This can't be serious. Oh, she's calling me. Well, that's it from me. I do feel bad for you, but I'm gonna be happy. You go find someone new and have a good life. Wait, what are you thinking? Canceling at the last minute on the day of the wedding? On top of it, you're cheating. That's just too low. Do you even realize how crazy this is? Yo, they told me there's no booking at the venue. What's going on? Huh? Come on, wake up. I told you that I'd be having a wedding with my soulmate today, right? I even informed the venue about changing the bride. How come the booking is gone? Stop trying to mess around with me. My girlfriend and I were thrilled heading to the venue, but now this? What have you done? All I got was a last-minute cancellation notice on the morning of the wedding day, and I finally thought I heard from you. Are you still half asleep? Of course not. I'm wide awake and furious that you've ruined my wedding. Christ, it was yesterday. No way. What are you saying? I'm certain it's today. Today is Saturday. It's Sunday, idiot. What? Oh, I get it now. I understand everything. What do you mean? Firstly, the idea of swapping out the bride is outrageous in itself. Secondly, why don't you check the date and time on your phone that you're playing with right now? The phone? Where are you going with this? You always check the time with your analog wristwatch, right? Maybe you're not aware that you've got the date wrong. Seriously? Yesterday was the wedding? Uh-huh. Wait, what? Because I asked for the bride swap on Friday late afternoon around 5, which was the day before the wedding. That was actually Saturday morning around 5 a.m. No way! This is my guess. You checked into the hotel drunk with your girlfriend, woke up to my message, and checked your wristwatch indicating around 5. You couldn't see outside because of the blackout curtains, and in your drowsiness, you mistook 5 p.m. and 5 a.m. You were still euphonic from the night before, and you guys kept enjoying yourselves, stuck in the wrong time, and now here we are, right? It's so ridiculous that it's laughable. No way! Is that true? Well, just check the chat history from yesterday. Whether you were half asleep or ecstatic, it seems you didn't pay attention to the timestamp. But that's where the truth lies. Oh, jeez! It says AM! So, what about my wedding with my soulmate? She looks anxious next to me. We are all geared up to celebrate our destiny. That's not the point you should be concerned about. Why not? Your last-minute cancellation made a huge mess, and your parents had to handle everything. Apparently, your cousin realized something was off and informed them. They apologized to me, too. I'm gonna file a claim against you, and they're on board with it. You should head back to their place at once and apologize. Listen carefully to what they have to say and figure out what to do next. Hey, I'll take you back, so please spare me the compensation or the cancellation fees. I don't have that kind of money. Your girlfriend isn't just some colleague, right? What now? She's the daughter of a higher-up at your client's company, isn't she? A college junior going through an important phase, and you've been seeing her for nearly a year. How did you find out? The stuff you confessed to your parents was shared with me. What was it that you said? Oh, right, you met an amazing woman while having drinks with colleagues and felt it was destiny, right? You had every intention of staying in a hotel with her right before the wedding for the thrill from the beginning. Jeez, you know everything. I'm the one who got cheated on. It's only fair that I'm provided with evidence and details of your infidelity. You manipulated a college student, didn't disclose that you were engaged, and got her pregnant, right? You got hit with that bombshell on Friday right before the wedding. You must have freaked out big time. Impregnating a college student, and worse, if you dumped the daughter of a higher-up at your client's company, that would have definitely messed up your work. So you hastily came up with the idea of turning our wedding into you and hers. Darn it! What's wrong with that? A baby's on the way. What else could I do? Do you want me to praise you for taking responsibility? You know, a decent person wouldn't cheat in the first place. You betrayed me, cheated while hiding our engagement, and in the end, you canceled the wedding at the last minute. That's the fact. Even your girlfriend was shocked when you suddenly mentioned marriage after she told you about the pregnancy. She said you forcibly took her to the venue and scared her. Until then, she genuinely liked you. But when you started acting crazy, she started doubting you. Please tell me you didn't snitch to her dad already. Ever since I spoke to my parents that day, I haven't been able to reach her. I have no clue. Well, from what I've heard, she sounds like a smart girl. She might talk to her dad and demand child support, who knows? Maybe your days at work are numbered. I won't let that happen. This isn't up to you, idiot. Hey, I'm begging you. I'll come back to you, so tell everyone not to get worked up. Apologize to them as my wife. What? Wife? You'll be my wife, right? Let's reconcile and go back to how things were. But what about the baby? I'll convince her to get an abortion or give up for adoption. Please, you are the one I love the most, Amelia. You're seriously the lowest of the low. Hey! You cheated while being engaged to me. Canceled the wedding at the last minute. Now you're trying to dump the pregnant girlfriend. No way! We are done for good. Don't forget, this screwed-up reality will haunt you for the rest of your life. You should be prepared for the possibility of getting hit by compensation from the girl soon. Oh, come on, please! And one more thing. Since you seem to live in a wonderland, let me clear this up for you. Even if you are back together, the compensation or venue cancellation fees aren't just going to disappear, you know. You'll still be on the hook for what you owe. Why? If you had any common sense, you'd get it. So bottom line, I want you to square up and pay what you owe. Hey, please, I'm begging you. Let's forget about all the claims. What the heck? I got fired from my job. I knew it. I had a feeling it was coming. I didn't get any severance pay, and the girl's demanding $60,000 from me. She's terminating the pregnancy, and her dad wants me to stay away from her. My parents say they'll sever ties with me after I pay what I owe. If I pay tens of thousands now, I'll end up in debt and won't be able to make a proper living. So please, we don't have to get back together. Just let the financial part slide. What you're saying is all over the place. Why are you trying to have it easy? What do you mean? Are you trying to get my sympathy and forgive you for everything? I mean, I never thought she'd get pregnant at this time. You're a hopeless moron, aren't you? Even before the pregnancy, cheating was the issue. And instead of being honest, you tried to swap out the bride and wanted to have a wedding with her. You thought you could just wing it, huh? The world doesn't work like that. If you're a decent person, you should understand that much. Losing your job is your own fault. Don't run away from the responsibility of your screw-ups. But if you've been fired, start looking for the next job. Show some effort to earn money somehow. If you took action and asked for an intention on the payment deadline or to pay in installments, I might understand. But asking for forgiveness without doing anything? That's just irresponsible. Do you think I'm so easily fooled? Then take me back. Not in a million years. Why wouldn't you? You want to marry me, don't you? That's what's messed up about your brain. Wanting to get back with a guy who cheated and canceled the wedding? Anyone who thinks like that is nuts. I passionately desire it. I want to get back together with you and get married. Right, because your head is messed up. I want a payment in one go. I won't extend the deadline. I won't budge. So you don't care if I suffer? If you're not gonna reflect, at least stick to the initial agreement we made. No way! You've messed up way too much. That's the only option left for you. Anyway, just pay what you owe within the deadline. There's nothing else to discuss. Amelia! Bye. The compensation wasn't paid even after the deadline, so I resorted to forced collection in the end. The girlfriend also didn't receive any payments, so she took similar measure as I did. Kai managed to find another job, but most of his salary is now going toward paying us. To add on, his new boss is big on abiding by the rules. He's giving Kai tons of extra work every day to pay off the debt quickly. Cut off by both his parents and the entire extended family, he must be enjoying a life of extreme work and poverty. I told you to stop bothering me, didn't I? What's your intention in lurking in front of my house like this? My intention? There's something I really need to tell you, sis. But push me away like that, I can't even get into the house. I couldn't tell a single thing I wanted to say. Your cute little sister went out of her to visit you, and this is how you treat me? My cute little sister? That's right. I'm cuter than you, both in looks and personality. I'm a super cute sister. Shut up. I've decided that I no longer have a little sister. Since graduating high school and moving out, I've cut ties with you. That's really harsh. I'm gonna cry, sis. So annoying. If it's an irrelevant story, don't contact me. Oh well, I don't get hurt at all by what my sad, ugly, and loser big sister says. Not at all. You're really acting like a loser. This is why I cut off ties with you. As usual, all you can do is look down on people. Isn't it your fault? Don't you understand that you're already losing to me in everything? Even your fiancé, Max. What? What I wanted to tell my big sister is this. I'm pregnant with his child. I'm sorry, sis. I know you are engaged to him. What? My poor sister. I know you're so shocked. I wish I could see your face right now. Since when? That's a good question. The day after you got engaged to him, I asked him out. I think we're destined for each other. I got pregnant right away. Then he said he chose me over my sad, ugly, boring sister. No way. So, does that mean Max has been cheating all this time? Even though we talked about the married life and the wedding, we were so excited about it. Yeah, I heard that you were so excited by yourself. Talking about your future home, how many kids you want, and sharing dreams with Max. I burst into laughter when I heard that, sis. Max's child is in me after all. You don't have to give birth anymore. Don't be ridiculous. You're always like that. You've always taken things from me. When I was little, you took my toys, my snacks, my allowance. When I was in high school, you took my boyfriend. I moved out of my parents' house to get rid of you and my parents who are always on your side. Well, too bad. Your ugly, worthless sister are destined to give everything to your pretty little sister. I mean, how did you know everything? Like my address and my engagement, I tried not to let anyone know about my life so that no one would ruin my life again. Max and I had a fateful encounter. I noticed right away that Max's fiancée was my sister. Max is well-educated, well-paid, tall, and handsome. He's too good for you. I can't believe you. Losers will always be losers. I mean, even if you whine about it now, you're doomed to have your engagement broken off. Max chose me. You're the one who got dumped by your fiancé, so shut up, okay, sis? Okay, whatever. Max is yours. Oh, you're giving up already? I'm not interested in cheating man anymore. Actually, I had second thoughts about this marriage. You may have saved my life. Gosh, stop pretending! Call it what you want. I'll give you one piece of advice. Watch out for his family. Oh wow, that loser is whining. Whining again and again. Max's father is an elite guy from the same big company as him. And his mom is beautiful and elegant, isn't she? Did you meet them in person? He showed me a picture of them. But you can tell they are nice people at first glance. I mean, there are no people with bad personalities in rich families. People like you, who are poor both in heart and wallet, may not understand it. Look who's talking. You're 29 years old and still depending on your parents. I'll be permanently employed as Max's wife soon. I'm gonna be a rich, beautiful, and elegant mama. Oh yeah? Do whatever you want. Then don't contact me anymore. Fine. Sis, Help! I seriously need your help! My life is in danger! I'm going to your house now! Shelter me! Hey, why aren't you answering? You're reading this, right? Answer me! What? I told you not to contact me anymore, right? As for Max, I've already broken off the engagement, so feel free to do whatever, even get married. Don't mess around! You deceived me, right? What are you talking about? Don't play innocent with me! Max's family is insane! Ah, you finally noticed? That's why I gave you a warning. It's not my fault you didn't listen. You are saying something like an elite father and an elegant mother, right? It was all lie! If you meet them in person, the father is a patriarchal and verbally abusive man, and he has a bad drinking habit. Moreover, he works for a knockoff company with a name similar to a major corporation. The mother is strict about etiquette, and she loves to bully me. Yesterday, I had to stand with a book on my head for 5 hours getting lectured on proper bridal etiquette. If I let my posture falter for even a moment, I would be punished by having the standing time extended. I'm pregnant, you know? This kind of bullying is unacceptable. Max and you are destined for each other, right? If that's the case, why not accept the abusive family too? That's impossible! His mother's surveillance is strict, and there's not much opportunity to run away. So, I've been aiming for the timing to escape. Tonight, she's going to a neighborhood gathering. Tonight is the only chance. I'm going to your house, so shelter me. Huh? Why? By the way, you haven't registered your marriage yet, right? Are you already living with your in-laws? I'm pregnant, and getting registered is a certainty. His mother insisted that I learn the ways of their house before officially becoming a wife. I've been living with Max's parents for a week now. That must be tough. I shudder to think of it. Max is so busy with work that he doesn't come home often. And his father gets drunk and violent every day, and his mother is a bully. It's a hellish life. Is Max busy with work? Yes. That's strange. Isn't it supposed to be a slow season at Max's office? After hours, all the lights go out. It's like no one's around. What? Sis, how do you know that? Didn't I tell you? My office is right next to where Max works. It's an office district, so that in itself is pretty common. We used to saw each other frequently at the lunch place we often go to. Actually, that's how our relationship started. What? That's the same as me. What? I met Max at a cafe near my parents' house. He told me how cute I was, and he seemed educated and rich. More importantly, I found out that his fiancé was you. So I asked him out. Oh, I see. What? I guess that's Max's usual strategy. Ironically, we both got caught that way. What? What do you mean? After I broke off the engagement, I was really pissed off. I hired a PI to investigate Max's background to see if there was any evidence that I could get alimony or something. And it just kept coming out one after another. It seems he had a 5-way affair. 5? No way! He broke up with some of them after he got engaged to me. But you and one other girl were still there. I guess that's the one that Max lied to you about being busy with work and was supposed to meet with. What? I believe she was a colleague of Max's. He's just lying that he was busy with work. He must really care about her to leave you pregnant and go on a date with her, right? That can't be true! That's an absolute lie! Sis, you're trying to lie about it just because you're frustrated that Max was taken away from you. I'm so surprised too. It's really a good thing I broke up with that man. I can't believe it! It's all your fault that things turned out like this! If you hadn't gone out with Max, I wouldn't have gone out with him or tried to get pregnant in a hurry. Say what you want. Even if you blame me, it won't change the fact. I thought he was the only one who grew up decent in a family with a harassing father and a bullying mother. There was a time when I was mistaken too. Max pretended to be a decent man until we got engaged. But that family is just like him. They are a family of monsters. Oh no! What am I supposed to do? I'm pregnant with his child! I guess being pregnant isn't enough to turn Max around, huh? I'm trying my best to be a good wife, enduring the harassment and bullying, you know? I'm pregnant, but I have to stand for a long time and I have to repeat the cleaning many times. I get yelled at and scolded. I'm at my limit. Why don't you run away to your parents' house? Mom and Dad love you so much, they'll keep you safe, right? I can't go to my parents' house. I got kicked out of my parents' house. Really? That's surprising. They have always loved you very much. They've been supporting you since I left home, even though you've been laid off. And now, all of a sudden, they disowned you? Well, I didn't know about that. Mom and Dad decided to kick me out of the house when I turned 30. They said I should stand on my own and not depend on them forever. Isn't that awful? That sounds like a perfectly reasonable thing to say. They were a bit on the same side, weren't they? So, I'm evacuating myself to your house tonight, okay? You'll help your cute little sister, won't you? You know where I live? Of course, I know where you live. I went to see you the other day. I moved out of there. What? I knew that if you and Max knew where I lived, I'd be in deep trouble. I moved after I broke up with Max. Then give me your address. Please, tonight is my only chance to escape. I don't want to. Why not? I'm glad what happened to Max turned out the way it did. But even without that, all you've ever thought about is stealing my thing from me. And looking down on people and making fun of them. I can't believe you're my sister and I'm not going to help you. Don't say that! Then give me the proof of the affair that the PI researched. Why? If I have proof of an affair, I can break off my engagement, right? No way! I will not give it to you. Now that you have a child, why don't you get married? I'm sure Max's cheating habit will calm down after the baby is born. Do you think a 5-timing guy can calm down? Anyway, I want to get out of this house. If I live in this place, I'll lose my mind. I'll give up my baby and start my life over. Do whatever you want. I'm not gonna help you. You're on your own. Oh, wait. What? I was packing to run away tonight. I think she might have seen me. No way! I knew it! She says she's not going out tonight. Of course she'd notice if you're packing. What an idiot. I have a lot of important things like clothes and jewelry. You know, there's something really wrong with this family. What now? I told her about Max's affair. She said a wife must forgive her husband's affairs with an open heart. That's terrible! Is it really your place to say such a thing? Max was my fiancé to begin with, but you stole him away from me. Well, considering you ended up together after cheating, I guess you have to forgive him for something like that. No way! I didn't take him away from you for this to happen. I took a well-educated, well-paid, good-looking man. I thought I was going to have an elegant and luxurious life. I don't know about the luxury life. What do you mean? I'm gonna anonymously leak the photo evidence of the affair when I go to Max's company. What? I told you earlier that Max's cheating partner is a coworker, didn't I? If it's known that he was juggling 5 relationships, including his fiancée, the woman he impregnated, and even a colleague, I wonder if they would kick him out of the company. Even if they don't fire him, I'm sure I could make it difficult for him to stay there. Why would you do that? Hey sis, think about it. Both of us were victims of Max's 5-way affair, right? Why are you being so cold to me? How can you call us the same victim? You flirted with him on purpose to steal him from me. At that point, you're not a victim. But that's terrible! If I don't do something about it, I'll end up in Max's parents' house where I'll be harassed and bullied by his parents. I'm gonna break down from the stress. You deserve it. Oh no! I even have a baby in my belly! Don't worry. Even if Max becomes unemployed, his in-laws will still be there. I told you I don't want that! Give me back my life! If you don't want to be dependent on your in-laws, why don't you work after the baby is born? My parents kicked you out because they wanted you to be independent, right? Oh no! Well, good luck, sister. Soon after that, I anonymously leaked the photo evidence of the affair to Max's company. It seems Max's affair partner went crazy and it turned into a chaotic situation, but Max brazenly told his affair partner that he had a pregnant fiancée and asked to break up. Amy wanted to break up with Max, but Max told her that he only loved Amy, who was pregnant. He resigned from the company, which had become difficult for him to stay, and devoted himself to taking care of the pregnant Amy, or rather, monitoring her. The other day, Amy gave birth to a healthy baby boy. After the child was born, Amy found it increasingly challenging to leave her in-laws' home. Her father-in-law harassed her and her mother-in-law bullied her. Furthermore, Max, possibly getting along well with his next affair partner, has stopped coming back home. Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.